Okay. Hello, the internet.
Hi, everyone.
We're starting a bit later than usual because I had to have a family discussion after the small one was in bed, of course. So it's just a little, just a little later. But we're going to be doing One West Covina today. All right. So we left off actually a little bit later than this, but we're going to start. Apollo was a bit sensitive to people and only took to a select few. But the moment Kat and he had met, it had been an instant bond, and she had bought him straight away. Let's see. And she's reusing the trope of an instant bond with an animal. Doesn't fit this fic. And then I showed you a series of clips that was my inspiration for Kat. And you remember those clips? You remember the impression you got of that girl's personality?
Yeah, that was like the super quirky gal, right?
Yeah, that was a super quirky gal. The one who's like she was like energetic. She was like a Genki girl, and she's kind of pushy, but like in a fun way. Yeah. So okay then. You said you haven't seen any of those traits in Kat. Okay. So then that's where we left off. Heading to the door, she unlocked it and pushed it open, smiling at seeing Nate. He looked a lot better than the last time she'd seen him.
Maybe because he was sober?
I do think that's what she was getting at, which
Okay.
let me put in where's my keyboard? Which, I mean, normally I'd let it slide, but I've had so many just conflicts about ableism regarding drug usage that I don't want to let it slide. So let me grab my keyboard from the box because I haven't really needed to use a keyboard that much. I have like all these brushes. I have all these things. So pardon the noise, but I'm just going to clean the keyboard for it. It did not occur to me to do this before I started the stream. I'm so sorry. Okay. I'm so glad this keyboard still works. I've had it for 3 years. So, okay.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Nate, come on in. Looks like it might rain. How are you? She stood aside so he could enter and locked the door behind him. Nate smiled back at her as he entered. Rain is good, he said. I have no problem with riding in the rain. I'm doing... He paused. Was she being polite or did she really want to know? He settled on the polite answer. Well, thank you, and how are you? Let's see. Blah, blah, looks. Blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. This is how she was intended to come across, y'all. This is not how she actually comes across. Okay, anyway. You are silly, Kat said with a hint of a laugh. The ring is indoors. I was just trying to make conversation about the weather. She blushed. Ha ha, silly. That's me. Nate blushed slightly, as he remembered someone else who called him silly, that being her brother.
Oh, yikes.
She led him back into the riding ring and walked back over to Apollo. Hello, my big strong boy. Someone is here to say hi to you, so be nice, she whispered. Me, at Lucius. As she gently patted the massive black horse who looked down at Nate with a reproachful glare. Oh, okay, so this horse bond... Okay, hold on.
I think that's just to show how special Cat is for being able to bond with this horse that doesn't like anyone. She's the unicorn in this situation.
I'm pretty sure I have a Sparkly Poo react. If I don't have it, I can find one. Let's see. Because it would be... Oh, I should be scrolling further because it would definitely be in the Edens because it's a Harry Potter meme.
Mm.
You know House Sparkly Poo?
Yes.
Yes. It's actually one of my favorite memes.
I don't actually mind Sparkly Poo shit, usually, but, like, this does not fit at all.
Yeah.
In this genre. Like this is... Yeah. It's genre-breaking Sparkly Poo, and,
Let's see. Ah, found it. Oh, in someone's review of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, no less. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, and someone's used it for Edward Cullen, too. House Sparkly Poo. Okay. I'm going to take off my camera real quick. Because going to downloads folder, there's always something I don't want someone to see. Okay. Because I'm a shady bitch. Okay. So, Sparkly. Welcome to House Sparkly Poo. Wait, no, actually, Sin should be the one saying that.
yeah. I would not be bothered by... Well... I wouldn't necessarily be bothered by this, except this is the wrong genre for that. That's fair.
Like, by all means, okay? If you are soloing a fanfic and you want to have, and you want to have, like, this, unicorn reacts better to your OC versus your other OC, that's fine. Your OC versus this canon, can sometimes be acceptable. Your OC versus another writer's OC. Fucking check yourself. Anyway. He's really gentle when he gets to know you. Would you like to go pick one, a horse, and come riding with me for a bit? She smiled brightly over at him.
Is just like showing up to a stable and picking out a horse to ride actually a thing that happens?
I don't know. This was something like... This is also after hours, but Cat has special access. I'm not sure why. I just kind of went with it. She has Bex has experience with horses and I don't.
Okay.
So I'm going to assume that this is above board, unless Lydia tells me otherwise.
Okay.
He followed Kat into the ring and looked admiringly at the black horse. That is one handsome stallion, he said, nodding respectfully to the horse. Thank you. Apollo is my baby. I rescued him from a backyard breeder who was going to sell him to a chop shop. Yes, I did. That actually comes up, or not that exact thing, but something very similar comes up with Trent's horse in a later chapter. Kat giggled softly as she rubbed her horse's nose. Jesus, Nate swore under his breath. He was sensitive to the suffering of animals, more so than to the suffering of humans. My Count D was showing when I wrote that.
Yeah, it's like that doesn't sound... I was about to ask if there was any canon basis for that.
Yes, there is.
Okay.
There's this song where he goes to the zoo and he's talking about all the animals that he likes, and he's cuddling with some of the ones that you can handle. He's feeding one of the baby animals from a bottle, but then he mentions in one episode that he thinks human babies are disgusting. He's really bad at people. You got that impression from the Nathaniel footage you've already seen, but the world needs more people like you and fewer people like the backyard breeder, he added in an undertone. Then he blinked at himself. That was dark, even for him. Kat smiled at Nate's hushed outburst. It was cute. Yeah, well, considering whose sister she is, I'll let it go.
Yeah.
The world just needs to understand that animals are not simply that. That's all. She gave Apollo a gentle nudge after tying his reins to the saddle. Go play. She turned back to Nate with a smile. Animals have souls too. They feel just as we do. If more people remember that there wouldn't be so much... Okay, you know what? Hold on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, this is veering rather off topic, unless, like, this is going to unless, like, animal welfare is going to come up in the plot later. Which I don't think it is.
Well, ish. You'll see, but basically, something very similar happens to Trent's horse, and while the horse is recovered, I don't know, but it's not that relevant. She blushed, as she always got a little outspoken when talking about her passions. Like absolutely no one else on the planet, of course.
I don't know, it just... No, I'm the one getting rubbed wrong way. Yeah. Like... This is a very generic passion of hers, is the thing.
And so is the way that she's stating that.
Yeah. Like this feels like it came out of a can.
Yeah, it feels like you're supposed to... It's like that's something you're supposed to feel strongly about, is the welfare of animals. So
Yeah,
she feels strongly about the welfare of animals, but I'm not going to share anything.
Yeah, she's just doing it to...
I'm not going to share any speculation on my part here, but it feels like it's not coming from the writer's heart.
Yeah, she's speaking in cliches.
Yeah, and she does that quite a lot. She's done that a couple of times to try to get me to not voice some of my violent ideations against humans. It went about as well as you would expect. Yeah, the caps lock was had. And animals were definitely one of them. I can't tell. I legitimately can't tell. We need to get that one Shizen in here.
Oh gosh, I don't remember the first thing about her except that he was like supposed to be the same species as Count D. And she got like raised by magic wolves.
It's okay. We're helping to edit the thing. She will eventually come up. Your memory will eventually be refreshed. And yeah, that's actually not a whole lot I wanted to say about that because we're live streaming to Trent's account. So
sorry.
That was supposed to yeah, some of our editing stuff I was kind of hoping to keep it semi-anonymous, but it's okay. It's okay. It's not a super big deal. Just because, like, I don't want to be accused of favoritism, you know?
Yeah.
Because we're... the way that we edit that, we don't edit that on stream. But we're only two members of a team of, and I'm not really at liberty to share who else is helping out with that. But anyway, animals are better than people. Nate opined. You know what's funny about that? Well, it's not a version of Frozen. There. Wait, was Kristoff the human or was Kristoff the...
Sven was the reindeer.
Huh?
The reindeer was Sven. Kristoff's the human.
Kristoff was the human?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Nate's actor played Kristoff in the... Yeah. So, that was completely unintentional. That was genuinely... Yeah. They're not capable of evil like humans are. They feel...
That's... Animals above a certain intelligence threshold are quite capable of... Oh, gosh. Things dolphins do to baby porpoises. Oh, gosh.
I will put very bad behavior.
Yes.
Of
deliberate
bad behavior.
Yes, that appears to have no other motivation than
causing distress.
Yeah, than harming the other creature.
So, the reason I say very bad behavior, there is, I'm actually reading a book, it's called The Conspiracy Club, and there is a discussion about good versus evil and all of that, and one of the people in it says they don't really believe in, like, good nature versus evil nature. They just believe in some people have very bad behavior. And so I don't want to stigmatize animals. I have no problem with stigmatizing humans though. So that's again my Count D showing. But I don't know. I'm hoping Nathaniel doesn't also sound canned. He's, yeah. So yeah, someone should definitely point that out. In this thing, they feel just as deeply as we do, but they're instinctively kinder and more loving. Okay, that's his experience with them, though.
So did you know that when she's scared, a mother quokka will dump her baby out of her pouch to, so she can escape while the baby gets eaten by the predator?
A mother what?
Quokka.
How do you spell that?
Let me double check. I think it's Quokka. Yes. Pouch for the predator to eat so that she can get away. Yes.
I'm not going to transcribe the whole thing because,
okay.
Like I have sensitivities, and so do a couple of other people. So, yeah.
Okay.
So the predator, I did not, but thank you. So that way you can.
He's got the rose-colored glasses on about wildlife, which is fairly realistic.
Yeah, I do want to actually have those fun facts in the finished product. So genuinely thank you for pointing them out. He was dimly aware that he sounded sappy, but somehow Kat had a way of bringing down his defenses because the plot said so.
Because the plot said so.
He largely didn't care how sappy he sounded, and that was new for him.
What about Kat is like evoking that, though?
The plot.
Okay, but if it's just the plot, I gotta.
Kat is evoking that, though.
All right, I think you had an extra T in, though.
Where?
In my line?
That thought.
It was supposed to be that, though. You wrote thought instead of though.
Oh, you're right. Okay. Some are capable of great evil. Oh, yeah, you know what? She did point that out.
Mm.
She did point that out. Okay, you know what? Point to Kat for that.
Yeah, that's point goes to Kat.
Let's see. This is really harsh. I'm going to change that. There we go. You can't let
meerkats are the most homicidal mammal.
Huh?
Meerkats are the most homicidal mammal out of 1,000 species reviewed.
You can't let a small, rare, select few ruin the bunch for you now, can you? She threw a smile at him. Hashtag not all animals! Let's see. I would disagree with you on that. I volunteer at the zoo sometimes, and while we've definitely run into animals that were born mischievous to a degree, it's only the ones who've been gravely mistreated that seem to instinctively become evil. Yeah, I might need you to fact check me on that because let's see. I'll do an action item. So don't do that right now. We will do that in rewrites.
Okay.
I guess I can see that. Nate walked around, observing the horses for compatibility of spirit. He eventually picked out a light gray, almost white horse.
I will note that if we rewrite the scene for him to be under the influence, he should not be on a horse.
Well, I changed that. I
okay.
changed it because that was actually really mean. It was a little bit meaner than I intended to be.
Okay.
Because yes, I'm an asshole. Yes, I'm disillusioned about some things, but I also I didn't want to come off as unreasonable. I don't care about I don't care about actually being unreasonable. I just don't want to look unreasonable to the audience.
Okay.
Just so we're clear, so that all my cards are on the table. If that's the kind of person I am, there's a trope for that, and it's called I admit it. Okay.
Oh.
Cat watched Nate without seeming to. I hate that! Stop doing shit without seeming to!
What does that mean?
Like she watched the peripheral vision?
Well, why not say that?
Let's see. But it sounds like she's doing that, like
now she's because like when you say that, like you're just like dictating the other person's character's perceptions, which
you're doing what?
Dictating the other person's character's perceptions, which needs to be negotiated first.
Also, let me...
The thing that bugs me is, like, what the fuck is that even supposed to look like? Like,
okay, so
is she like wearing sunglasses indoors and just like turn your head one direction?
So here, So you're over here. You're over here. You're doing this thing, and I'm looking like kind of in this direction, but my direction is facing this way instead of this way. So this person can't necessarily tell that I'm watching them, even though I can see them because I'm looking this way and they're over here. That's how
okay.
Also, he's so pretty.
He's so floofy.
He's so... Yeah, I love... This is... it's the hair for me. Like, this one looks more like Sebastian than the other one. Like, he's got the curly blonde hair, and like they don't have any with teal eyes, but you know, he had green eyes, which blue or green is close enough, I guess. But yeah, he's gonna have a blazer and a backpack, so it can be scholarly. And this is one of the ones Lucius is not allowed to touch. How do I get him standing again? Nope. Okay. Sitting down it is. All right. Okay, then. Somebody just messaged me. Oh, okay.
Do I need to let you go?
No.
Okay.
No. I asked Lydia to reply to me on role plays, and so I just let her know where I am, what I'm doing. So, and we're gonna circle back to her, what she needs in a moment. Besides, we've got like 15-ish minutes left, so. And noted he picked an extremely beautiful but spirited horse. That's Koufax, she said softly.
What's that a reference to?
Culver City. It's a coffee. There's with a K, there's an Irvine, California based intelligent automaton software provider, which would be on brand for someone like Kat in her industry, but that's not what it was. PDF software, yeah, it's not, I don't think it's necessarily a reference.
Yeah, but it would be kind of strange if she's named every horse there. So presumably someone else named it that.
I think she co-owns the stables or something. That's the only way any of this makes sense.
I figured she just owned like the one horse, and like that's where she has them put up. But
yeah, I think we're gonna need to clarify that she co-owns the stables, because there's a lot of shit here that only makes sense if that's the case.
Yeah, I've never been horse riding before, but it seems strange to me that you can just kind of walk in and borrow a horse. No, I'm assuming that Kat did not name that horse. I'm assuming that is not Kat's horse. Yeah, because it seems like Nate is just like going and like, oh, hey, this is a horse. I'm going to borrow this horse.
That's what he was invited to do.
Yeah, and it seems weird for her to do that if those aren't her horses.
Yes. That's why I'm saying
Okay, that makes sense. Yes, I understand
I explained that earlier.
Yes, sorry.
We're in circles now. Okay, so anyway,
Yes.
she's a bit of a handful, but she's a sweetie when she wants to be. You know what? I'm noticing a theme with these horses.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, they're this, that, or the third, but they're very sweet when you get to know them. Which can be said for a lot of her characters too.
You got frozen. Are you still there?
I am still here. Hello?
In?
Hello? I'm gonna message you on Discord.
Oh, you're back.
Okay. I heard you. So, they're so, they're this or that, but then they're very sweet once you get to know them. It is also something that can be said for her characters.
Yeah.
She gave Nate a smile. Brushes and saddles are in the tack room there, unless you want some help? Yes, please help me. It's been a while since You know what this reminds me of?
Well,
this is like a gender flip version of like a girl or a young woman playing helpless so that a guy will like her.
It just reminded me of that meme about like, haha, no, we wouldn't do that unless, where it's like just like
I know
thirsty and in denial, but lots of ellipses.
I know the meme, but
okay.
This like, also the scene in the Barbie movie, which came out 2 years after this was written, where the Barbies are trying to like de-brainwash each other because the Kens have basically taken over Barbie Land and turned it into Kendom. And so what they're doing is they're going up to the Kens and they're pretending to be helpless and unknowledgeable. And the Kens are like, here, let us help you. So anyway, sure, come on, this way. She led him to a smaller back room, handed him a bucket, and grabbed the saddle and reins before making her way back to Koufax's stall. Move over, girl, coming in. Kat giggled as she opened the stall door and pushed the huge creature back further into the stall. She took a brush and began to lightly brush out the horse's coat. Nate followed her.
I guess it is her horse.
I just went over that she owns the stable.
Yes, okay.
Or that she co-owns the stable.
Okay.
Seriously, I'm going to put that in the rewrite.
Okay.
It's established now.
Okay.
Nate followed her. Have you been riding along? He asked. In California, I mean. Because, again, I'm pretty sure that's what was intended. Anyway. She bit her lip and nodded. Yes, ever since I moved here from Iowa, she grinned. So, okay. I have to go over timeline shit later because she's 21. She's been working for Trent since she was 16.
Mm-hmm.
So presumably she would have moved out here for grad school or something. Or for college. No, she went to Drake for undergrad. So she would have moved very recently.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. You're from Des Moines, right? That's where she'd mentioned going to college. I've got a friend from Iowa, but I never thought to ask which part. Yeah, that's in Iowa, Nate, she lightly teased. Yeah! He said that!
Okay, but Nate said it, and therefore he's being stupid. I say with utter insincerity, because that's dumb.
Small, little, out-of-the-way place where horses and cattle and corn That's not a stereotype, by the way. I actually asked someone from Iowa what it's like there. I actually think you might like it. Yes, I know. I was just thinking. I wonder what city in Iowa my friend is from. You fucking dumbass! We're newly friends, so I do love animals, so that sounds nice. Kat continued to brush Koufax, who made it clear that she loved the attention, and nuzzled Nate a little too hard. Hey, be easy on him, girl. Been a while. She playfully patted the horse, who nickered. That's not how you spell that. Your horse did not panties. He laughed. Easy! He chided the horse gently at the same time she did. We should go to the zoo sometime, he suggested randomly. Show, don't tell, Segan! Show, don't tell!
Yeah!
I'm definitely overwriting what her actual on-screen personality is with what I wanted it to be.
Yeah!
I made it pretty fucking clear what I wanted it to be. And she completely fucking failed to do it. Thinking about Trent in any capacity unhinged him, and thinking about both turned his brain into rice. Yeah, that's evident. I would like that, Nate. The zoo sounds fun. Is this after or before Rome, though? She laughed gently. It's whenever you want to go, Nate responded easily. Same goes for Rome. Just say the word and we're on our way. He knew he was showing off a bit, but he wanted to spoil her for some reason. He seems so simple, so small town. Okay, that actually is shown on page. He wasn't sure how much of the world he wanted to show her all. Yeah, and she's like, oh, he's not very well traveled when she's been to Iowa and Southern California.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's see. Really? So if I said right now we'd go, she was teasing him again. Gently. Can we stop with the gentle and gently? We get it. But wanted to see what he would say, rather. I'd be up for it. Could use some spontaneousness. Do you mean spontaneity?
Yes.
As I struggle to spell that word. I know she meant spontaneity. in my life, but for right now, I know 2 horses who would be very put out if we left them just now. She grinned playfully, as opposed to grinning maniacally. Oh no, wait, she's Trent's sister. I can let that stand. Actually, I do know the night guard.
At least playfully is an adverb that is supposed to be associated with cats.
Yes, but everybody does everything playfully.
You're right.
Actually, I do know the night guard, but I was looking forward to getting to know your equine friends, so in this case, not immediately, he agreed. Cat went to put up the bucket with brushes and to grab the saddle. Strapping it on the horse, she used her knee to get the horse to let out the extra breath she had just taken to keep the cinch from being tightened all the way. He likes to trick new people that way, Cat explained. You think the saddle is on right, and then wham, she takes off, and there you go. Gotta make sure you trick her back, huh, girl? She smirked and held the reins out to Nate. Ready? Nate took the reins and hooked himself up onto the saddle. If Mervyn was reading that, she'd whine about how boring it is, and I would actually agree with her. Hey there, Koufax, he said kindly. I hope we can become good friends. Please look favorably on me. That's not something Nathaniel would say. I need to change.
Yeah, that sounds very stilted.
She smiled over Koufax's whatever. She chuckled softly. He had an easy way about him tonight, and she rather liked that. She liked this version of Nathaniel. Sweet, almost innocent. Yikes!
Mm-hmm.
Also, her going for characters who just seem so innocent is cringe.
It is a creepy thing to think about your love interest.
Yep. Let me just I'm gonna message you real quick. Give me a second. That is what immediately came to mind.
Yeah.
If this was really what he was like all the time, she could see herself liking hanging out and spending more time with him. Hearing him
Why is it every single time infantilizing the dudes?
Which reminds me of something else. Oh, you know what? Let's actually leave it here because it's 7:59.
Okay.
And I do have something to say to you on Discord that we're just gonna have to. Yeah, we're gonna have to cut it. But yeah, thank you for streaming with me, Huggles.
Thanks for having me, Huggles. Happy New Year.
Oh yeah, Loki's off work tomorrow, so do you want to watch TV tomorrow night?
Sure.
Okay, awesome.
All right, gotta go. Love you. Bye.